patch management and automating different tasks therein, we can run into all sorts of different pain points when it comes to automating that. And as Guy mentioned, the biggest offender here typically is the rigidity of patch management software. It assumes that you, your team, your organization, and its SOP can conform to the standards and specifics that the developers of that software think are best. With the Ayehu NG solution, though, our platform is conforming to your policy and to your SOP, not the other way around. So let's take a little look today at a workflow that might handle one of these automatic patching processes. As Guy said, we could use any number of sources for the data on which servers and which particular patches we want to apply. But for this example, we're going to be using a change request coming from ServiceNow. Again, we're able to read all of your standard and custom forms, tables, and fields in your ITSM tools. No need to configure anything special. It's all done automatically. And if you look down at the execution log below, we can see we're able to do things like pull out the task number, pull out the description, the configuration item, in this case, the one particular host that we're going to be applying patches to. So let's say, for example, we want to create a snapshot of this before the actual patching takes place, which is probably a good idea. We could all agree, right? So leveraging our plug and play VMware activities, we can do just that by filling out a few simple fields here directly in the activity configuration. And after that, we could invoke yum to do an update. If we're on a Debian or Ubuntu-based distribution, of course, we could be using apt. It really doesn't matter. It's entirely flexible and up to you. And then based on the output of that command, let's say, for example, the update was complete. Well, we can update our ticket over here in ServiceNow. Let's say there was some sort of problem for some reason, or let's say there was no packages to be updated at all. Well, we could update the task that way as well. And if there were a problem, we could even do something like revert to the snapshot that we took at the beginning of the workflow. Again, this version is using VMware, but of course we could be using any of the other virtualization platforms we integrate with out of the box as well. And then lastly, we check on the status of that update to ensure that it was successfully installed. And if it was, we modify that table with the empty status column. We'll add a success cell in there. And if not, well, we can add failure. And then, of course, towards the end, based on the outcome, we can put the catalog task there into a closed complete state, and also add work notes with all of the specific information on the number of patches that were successfully applied. And then, if applicable, we always have the option to also reboot the machine.